We're down to our four semi-finalists at the Women's Rugby World Cup. Let's take a look back through the quarterfinals, see how the teams are shaping up, and at the end, I'll give you my team of the week. We kicked off with New Zealand, South Africa on Saturday. This one was billed all about South Africa's power up front against New Zealand's speed out wide, and it delivered on that front. South Africa bossed possession early on. Their rolling ball was fantastic, I think, at one point, having everyone in there. New Zealand couldn't get out of their own half. But a few knock-ons and turnovers did kill the South African momentum. Babala Balacha did finally crash over after 20 minutes. The Black Ferns hit straight back, two quick tries through Setafano and Sorensen McGee, and the backline pace was on full display. South Africa did level it just before the break. They went in 10-0 at halftime and it looked promising. But in the second half, the heavy work seemed to have taken its toll and the gap started to open. New Zealand were clinical, absolutely ruthless, 6 tries after the break, and what was a shaky start turned into a comfortable win for New Zealand. South Africa bow out after an impressive tournament, and New Zealand now go on to face another side with powerful forwards, Canada. Canada themselves played Australia in the later game, and it was a lightning start for them. Sophie de Goody showed exactly why she has such a big reputation. Dominant at the breakdown, physically imposing. Right from the beginning, she unleashed Asia Hogan Rochester down the wing for the opening try. Australia hit back quickly to Desiree Miller after some nice work from their fly half Maleka. But Canada's forwards cranked up the pressure and they showed why they're the number 2 in the world. 4 unanswered tries before halftime and they took complete control. After a brutal pool stage, the Wallaroos just looked a bit spent and Canada added 2 more tries in the second half, rested their starts and cruised into the semis. Sunday brought the drama. France and Ireland, a wet, windy and scrappy affair. Ireland used the conditions perfectly, and in the first half, Dana O'Brien was pinning the French deep in their own half. Linda Deschamps barged over for the first try, and by half-time, Ireland had got a lead 13-0. It looked set for an upset. In the second half, France was still quite messy, but some really stand-up performances from the likes of Madison Fulracco and Pauline Boudon-Sansus really stood out. France did get their phase play working, and Charlotte Escudero went over for the first try, with Joanna Grise scoring a fantastic length of the field try. 2 penalties as well gave France the lead in the second half of 18-13. It went right up and past the 80th minute. Ireland were hammering away on the French line, but they just couldn't quite finish it. It was heartbreaking for the Irish. They will lead the tournament after a fantastic performance, but the French, they escape and they go on now to face England. England themselves were in the 4th and final game up against Scotland, and it was actually Scotland who struck first with a penalty. They showed real promise out from the blocks, but after that, it was all England. Holly Atkinson's boot managed the game fantastically well, and the front row forwards of Clifford Cochrane and Maud Muir gave England dominance in the game, and their tries just flowed. 4 of them before half-time, 26-3 at the break. England continued to show the dominance into the second half, adding 2 tries and resting a number of their players. But Scotland got the last say, with Rhona Lloyd getting a final try after a fantastic break from Francesca McGee. Scotland will now drop out, but England go on to face France in the semi-finals. A quick look at my team of the week. Lots of difficult positions to pick, particularly in 1 to 5. The forwards are really strong this weekend. But what do you think? Who would you put in? Let me know in the comments below. Hit like and subscribe for more Women's Rugby World Cup content.